Gabashehu says Buhari administration is the healthiest in terms of respect for citizens' rights. Shehu says there was flagrant and deliberate refusal to obey the courts before the coming of Buhari's government. Shehu said this on Friday, the 28th of May, 2021, while featuring on Good Morning Nigeria, a daily breakfast show on the Nigerian Television Authority. Speaking on 22 years of uninterpreted democracy in Nigeria and the performance of the current administration, the president's spokesperson said the Buhari-led government places national interest above that of individuals. He said before the coming of the present administration, there was flagrant and deliberate refusal to obey the courts. People in the political opposition were detained without trial, and courts would say, release this person or that person, and they were not released. I want to think that the current justice administration under Malami is governed by a global philosophy which places national interest above individual interest. Where an individual's interest, that right belonging to the individual, even though justified by the court of law, threatens the interest of the larger majority, now there's a convict on that. In some instances that has been misconstrued to mean disobedience at the center. But by and large, with regards to the rights of citizens and respect of the law, this perhaps is the healthiest administration we've had from 1999 to date, in terms of respect for the court and the respect for the rights of the citizens. As it is, we don't have any political detainees in this country. This is not the first time Garba would rate the administration of President Buhari above that of his predecessors. In September 2020, Garba, in a statement, said that the Buhari administration had done more than its predecessors to rehabilitate federal roads despite other competing infrastructural funding needs. He said the president set a record with 600 road projects across the country. Where? Now that is the question. So basically, that's the end of the article. Again, what do we expect? You can do nonsense and be proud of your nonsense. It is your prerogative. However, you are in service of the people, and if your service is not coming across as you think it is, then maybe you're not doing your service as you should. Because again, come on, this is definitely to bring out your reaction in Nigerians. It really is, to be honest. I mean, it's so funny. Like, you actually have to laugh at this, or you will cry. You have to laugh, or you will cry, because it is so sad. It's so sad that publicly this is what is being admitted, and this is what they believe. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. And this is where we are. This is absolutely where we are. And yeah, let's get a comment section. Someone says that one is protecting his salary and the dollars in the US bank to per Trump's report. Within his heart, he knows he will receive wages of supporting evil and call it good. Exactly. To get paid because every sinner gets punished either by a man or God. You can imagine the man that hasn't respected the simplest rule of law or governance claiming saint. What nonsense. Of course, we know our reaction to this. And there's no point explaining it, because if you need this to be explained to them, maybe you're not Nigerian. So yes, what else do you have to say? This is basically to bring out reactions in the minds of Nigeria. And to be honest, we need to be careful for this kind of, information that the presidency gives out, because again, it's so counterproductive. They're trying to harvest our emotions and render it useless, because we are going to put it in things that are not fruitful. For example, talking about this. Instead, we should be keeping tabs. In fact, they should, continue giving reports like this, and we will use it against them and say, you know what, on the basis of deceit, this is what you said was going on, but then your actions prove otherwise. Someone says, may God deliver his family into the hands of bandits. That is actually not funny, but again, this is what they want. They want reactions like this, where you actually get emotional. There's a cycle with this. There's absolutely a cycle where we will all talk about this, and then we get tired, and then something else happens, and we talk about it, and we get tired. We keep talking, and nothing gets done. And you know what? They've done that for so many years. I mean, when it comes to this oppression of a thing, they are very much experienced. And in playing mind games and tricks with the people, oh, absolutely, they do know how to do that perfectly. And it's absolutely sad, but this is where we are. This is our country. We're absolutely sad. Somebody says, please, is this dog living in Nigeria? Well, I mean, is he really living in Nigeria? I mean, he could be working from another country. At least he has the funds to even move out and, have been another country where all this can take place, basically. So yeah, it's sad. The man is lying to himself. Gabashehu, you and Additional should better repent from telling these lies. Oh, both of them are hardened criminals when it comes to lying to the Nigerian public. You better repent from telling lies, because on Judgment Day, your DVDs without lens, your DVD without lens, president will not be there to protect you. He will stand before God to be judged. So repent, because there's not much time for government of liars. All right. Well, it's sad, but then again, what do you expect? They have to do this. They have to cover for each other. They have no choice. They really do have no choice. And it's so sad, but what do you expect? They're going to have to, they're going to have to move on. I mean, with this, because they're part of, I mean, how can you question how they feel about it? Or because someone is saying within his heart he knows he will receive wages of supporting evil. Well, of course he will, because they're all benefiting from this shambolic system that they're benefiting from and still making, so it's sad. But I think the problem is there has to be some refinement. I mean, a country cannot be as bad as this and you are still telling citizens, oh, wait till 2023. Are you joking? But then how can we, if the people feel like it's an emergency and the people in the office, if they don't feel like it's a sort of emergency, they will not declare it, and we will just be here looking at ourselves. This is the more reason why we should take voting very much seriously. And even if we still need to have a system of accountability where it means that if you are put in office, it does not mean that you start to do anyhow. Why? Because you understand and you know that your relationship with the people is based on the quote, if you do anyhow, you will see anyhow. And I think that if we have sort of that kind of system in place, then hopefully, better things would occur, and there wouldn't, that's this disrespect and this lack of I don't even know, just simple terms, they don't rate Nigerians. Absolutely not. I mean, at least this is the bare minimum here. At least pretend as if you actually care, or pretend as if, just pretend at least. But they won't do that. They will blatantly tell to your face that we don't care and we are just here for the greed. Put what you think in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.